Good Sports with Jasper Goodman is presented by Waterbury Sports, North Central Vermont's destination for recreation, and Waterbury Service Center. Count on them for fair, friendly service.
It was 12 years ago that a Boston Red Sox team last had to make the trip here to Olympic Stadium in Montreal. On April 1st, though, that changed as Boston made the trip north of the border to take on Toronto in a two-game exhibition set just prior to opening day. Hi, I'm Jasper Goodman, and today on Good Sports, we're looking at the possibility of a baseball team coming back to Montreal and what that might take.
5 years ago, everybody would have laughed about talking about the return of the Expos here. There are a lot of people here today. I think that something's happening. And it's not only for the Blue Jays, thanks for them, but it's for the love of the game. And that Montreal is back, and that's the most important thing.
I mean, I thought it was a great baseball city. I mean, I love Montreal. It's a big league city in every regard. They love baseball, a lot of passionate baseball fans here. Also a lot of memories here for people. But I would say the story is probably very similar to what it was years ago. Somehow there's a new baseball stadium in downtown Montreal. I would think Major League Baseball would eventually come here because it's such a great city. But it's also playing at Olympic Stadium, which many years ago we were trying to move out of.
What do you think of this place, Olympic Stadium, first of all?
Well, it's a great place. It's exciting to be somewhere where my parents attended the 1976 Olympics. I've never been here myself personally, but I heard great things about Montreal in terms of the passion for baseball. And boy, I can tell you, you can feel it on the streets. I've been here for a few Bruins hockey games, but never I never made it to an Expos game. So it's great to be here, and we're really grateful that the Jays invited us and Eventco invited us.
When I was introduced to Montreal, this is the kind of atmosphere that I was introduced to. I remember the '94 team having 47 to 50,000 every day, and then they would rub their team. And if you continue to just take the good players out, what interest is going to be there for the fans? So I'm very, very excited to see this, and hopefully everybody in baseball, and especially the people that are going to probably be investing in baseball, should hear that I know what it's all about, and I know Montreal, and I know Montreal is a baseball city.
106,000 fans will come for the love of baseball, and we will show that Montreal is a baseball town also, and I think it's important. We just wanted to show you that we're for real, that the love of baseball, the fact that we have a full-packed stadium, is not just based on nostalgia, it's based on DNA. Field of Dreams is true. If you build it, they will come.
What do you think of the prospect of bringing baseball back to Montreal?
Certainly it's been a city with a lot of history in the game. I don't know if expansion is on the horizon or what teams are viable candidates to move, but I think evident by the games that have been played up here at the end of spring training the last 3-4 years, the turnout has been fantastic.
If they were to bring a team back to Montreal, would you be a fan of that team?
100%, yes, I would. I think that it would be crazy not to. Like, Tampa Bay is a complete waste. There's maybe 7,000 people a game. The stadium's a joke. They hit the catwalks. If you brought Expos back here and you had it in the American League East versus Blue Jays, versus Red Sox, it would be a guaranteed success, I'm pretty sure.
What do you think of the prospect of a team coming back here?
I would love to. I don't know if it's possible because the ticket sales are not that amazing in the season, but I will love to, and it'll be amazing, honestly, yeah.
What do you think of Olympic Stadium?
It needs some repairs, yeah.
It's clear that there's a vibrant fan base in Montreal, but that doesn't mean that there's not other obstacles that may prevent a team from coming here.
Do you think that Olympic Stadium is fit to be the home to a major league club?
No.
And if not, then is the city going to be willing to get behind the building of a new ballpark?
I think I've been serious enough on that one. Of course, we will talk about infrastructure, but we have to show that we're serious about it. But there's a step-by-step approach, and eventually, when the time will come.
It's great to come in here for a couple of days, but probably day in and day out would be difficult to draw the type of fans and just a different atmosphere. I remember when I came here, they used to talk about Parc Jury, how much they love Park Cherry. Well, that was a little small 29. I used to go over there by the tennis courts at that time, and people just loved that atmosphere. And so I could see where that type of atmosphere with a smaller stadium could capture it.
Olympic Stadium was first built in the early 1970s and was first put into use for the 1976 Summer Olympics here in Montreal. Since then, it's been home to baseball, soccer, music, and just about everything in between. The Big O has long been beloved by Expos fans, but one thing is clear. If an MLB team is coming back to Montreal, this is not a viable long-term home. I know we see all this hype around these two games, but do you think that hype would be enough to sustain an 81 home game season?
Not for 55,000 per game, obviously.
Right.
But if we had a smaller stadium closer to downtown with maybe 33, 34,000, like Chicago or Boston, yeah, then yes, definitely, for sure. If they're in the American League East.
Do you think you'd come to a few games a year if they did bring the team back?
I'm already with the Expo Nation, so I will buy season tickets all the way.
How many people do you think? You think they could fill a park daily?
Daily, no.
No?
No.
So you don't think?
Not like the Canadian, but they'll fill like mostly 3/4 of it. So it'd be nice, but not filled all the time.
But you support the idea?
Oh yes, of course, yeah.
I think this is a statement. This is a statement that this is a baseball city. This is not the only year. A few years back also, and a few years back, every time they bring baseball back to Montreal, it's the same response. So I hope this is a statement now, and hearing it from people that really care about Montreal and people that really love Montreal, and I'm going to include myself in that group. Hopefully we'll wake up a lot of people and we'll get a team here in Montreal.
I'll tell you, when you have committed ownership and you have a competitive team in a great market, you know, with a great fan base, it's a great recipe. You saw what happened in Toronto last year after not making the playoffs for a long time. That franchise is just on fire. So, look, I think it's exciting about, you know, the possibility of baseball returning here, and the Red Sox we're focused on what we have got going on in Boston, but it's really a privilege to be here.
It's going to take a special group of guys to actually, you know, bring baseball back to Montreal, but I think it's achievable. I think it's achievable, and Montreal deserved it.
Thanks for watching this episode of Good Sports. For more, log on to our website, WDEVradio.com. From the Big O here in Montreal, I'm Jasper Goodman. Good sports, everybody, and good night.